never weaponize technology against innocent people. Jennifer Walsh thought her Ring doorbell was protecting her neighborhood. On Halloween night, it started protecting the neighborhood from her, and it wouldn't stop talking. October 31st, 2024, Oakmont Terrace, a gentrifying neighborhood where old Victorian houses meet modern renovations, where longtime black families watch property values rise and new white residents move in with smart doorbells on every porch. This is the story of what happens when surveillance technology gets tired of being used for discrimination, when artificial intelligence meets ancestral justice, when your own security system decides you're the real threat and broadcasts your racism to everyone within a 5-mile radius. Jennifer Walsh moved to Oakmont Terrace in January 2024. 39 years old, marketing executive, divorced, no kids. She bought a renovated Victorian for $600,000. The neighborhood was up and coming, according to her realtor. Translation: historically black neighborhood being taken over by white professionals who could afford the newly inflated prices. Jennifer's first purchase after closing? A Ring Video Doorbell Pro, top of the line, motion detection, night vision, two-way audio, cloud storage. She installed it herself, felt very accomplished, very safe, very protected. Posted about it on the neighborhood Facebook group. Finally feel secure in my new home. The Williams family live next door. Been there since 1978. Marcus and Diane Williams, both retired teachers. Their son brought groceries every Sunday. Their grandkids visited every Wednesday after school. Good people. Quiet, kept their yard nice, waved hello, the kind of neighbors anyone would want. But Jennifer's Ring doorbell had other ideas, or rather, Jennifer did. February 3rd, Marcus Williams walked to his mailbox at 4 p.m. Normal activity. He'd done it every day for 46 years. But Jennifer's Ring detected motion, sent an alert to her phone. She watched the video. Saw a black man near her property line. Didn't recognize him, even though he lived right next door. Her finger hovered over the app. She could post to the neighbors feature, share the video, alert others. She did it. Posted, suspicious person lingering near homes on Oak Street. Stay vigilant. Attached the video of Marcus getting his mail from his own mailbox. Marcus's daughter saw the post an hour later, called her parents, furious. Marcus was humiliated. Diane was hurt. They'd lived there decades, been good neighbors to everyone, and now they were suspicious persons on the internet. Jennifer never apologized, never took the post down, told herself she was just being careful. Better safe than sorry. If he wasn't doing anything wrong, why be offended? That was report number 1. There would be 46 more. The Johnson family, 3 houses down. February 15th, their teenage son, Darnell, walked home from basketball practice at 6 p.m. Jennifer's Ring caught him. Suspicious teen walking through neighborhood after dark. Posted, with video. The Thompsons, across the street, March 2nd. Their sister visited, sat in her car for 10 minutes on a phone call before going inside. Jennifer posted, unknown vehicle, idling suspiciously, possible casing homes. April 8th, black delivery driver dropped off a package next door. Jennifer posted the video, unidentified person on neighbor's porch. Did not see them leave package. Recommend checking with neighbors. It was a package. He left it. That was his job. But Jennifer needed everyone to know there was a black man on a porch. May 23rd, the Williams' grandchildren, ages 6 and 8, played hopscotch on the sidewalk. Laughing, being kids. Jennifer posted, unsupervised children creating disturbance. Parents should monitor. June 11th, Marcus Williams mowed his lawn at 9 a.m. on a Saturday. Jennifer posted, early morning noise disturbance, inconsiderate neighbors. By October, Jennifer had made 47 posts about Black neighbors doing completely normal activities. Walking, playing, working, living. Every single post framed innocent behavior as suspicious. Every post included a video from her Ring doorbell. Every post had the same effect, making Black residents feel unwelcome in their own neighborhood. The neighborhood Facebook group had split into camps. Some white residents supported Jennifer. She's just being cautious. Better to report and be wrong than not report and something happens. Others, including white neighbors who'd lived there longer, were appalled. These are our neighbors. She's harassing them. This is racial profiling with a doorbell. But Jennifer had the technology, had the videos, had the app, and she continued to use it as a weapon. October 30th, the day before Halloween. The neighborhood was decorated. Pumpkins, skeletons, fake cobwebs. Jennifer had put up tasteful orange lights and a designer wreath. Very Martha Stewart. She sat in her living room that evening, scrolling through her Ring app, checking the motion alerts. There were 12 that day. The mailman, flagged. A teenager selling fundraiser candy, flagged. Marcus Williams bringing in his trash cans, flagged. Jennifer felt productive, vigilant. She was protecting her investment, keeping the neighborhood safe. That's what she told herself. What Jennifer didn't know was that Diane Williams' grandmother had been a root worker in South Carolina, practiced Gullah traditions, passed down through generations. Diane had inherited some gifts, never used them, didn't believe in interfering with the natural world through spiritual means. But 47 false reports had pushed her past patience into action. That night, Diane sat in her kitchen, the same kitchen where she taught for 40 years' worth of students how to bake, where her grandchildren did homework, where her family gathered. She pulled out her grandmother's old journal, recipes, remedies, and yes, working for justice. She wasn't calling up evil, wasn't cursing Jennifer to suffer. That's not how Gullah spirituality worked. She was asking for the truth, for Jennifer's own words and actions to be revealed, for the technology Jennifer weaponized to turn around and show everyone exactly who was using it and how. Diane lit a white candle, spoke words her grandmother taught her, asked the ancestors for justice through truth. Then she walked outside and placed a small bundle of herbs under Jennifer's Ring doorbell. Hyssop for purification, snapdragon for the protection of the innocent, and guinea pepper to make truth impossible to ignore. Halloween Day, October 31st. Jennifer woke up to a notification from her Ring app, motion detected. She checked the video, just leaves blowing across her porch. But when she opened the app, something was different. The interface looked normal, but there was a new feature she didn't remember. A red button that said Neighborhood Truth Feed. She clicked it. Must be a new update. The screen showed her neighborhood map, little house icons, and a streaming counter. 47 reports filed, public broadcast initiating. Jennifer frowned. What did that mean? She closed the app, went about her morning. Made coffee, checked her work email. Normal Halloween Thursday. At noon, her phone started buzzing. Texts, lots of them. From neighbors, from her book club, from her mom. All saying the same thing. What is happening with your Ring doorbell? Jennifer pulled up the Ring app. Her doorbell's camera was live, but it wasn't showing her porch. It was showing her living room, specifically showing her from last night, sitting on her couch, on the phone with her friend from her old neighborhood. And the audio was playing, loud, broadcasting somehow to every phone TV, and computer in Oakmont Terrace that had the neighbor's app or any Ring device. Jennifer's voice from last night. I don't know why everyone's so sensitive. I'm just reporting what I see. If they don't want to be reported, they shouldn't look suspicious. I mean, I moved here because it was affordable, but I didn't sign up to live next to these people. The neighborhood's changing, but not fast enough, if you know what I mean. Jennifer's blood ran cold. Where was this playing? Who could hear this? She tried to turn off the doorbell, pressed every button in the app. Nothing worked. The playback continued. Her friend's voice. Have you thought about selling? Moving somewhere more comfortable? Jennifer's voice. I've invested too much in renovations. I'm just going to keep reporting until they get the message that we have standards here now. Eventually, they'll either fall in line or leave. Either way, problem solved. Jennifer ran to her front door, ripped the Ring doorbell off the wall. The physical device came off easily, but her phone kept playing. The video was still streaming, not from the doorbell, from somewhere else, everywhere else. Every Ring device in the neighborhood had become a broadcast station for Jennifer's greatest hits of racism. October 15th. Clip played next. Jennifer on her back patio on the phone. Another one of Marcus's kids showed up. I swear the house is like a rotating door of random black people. I don't know how many people actually live there. Should be a limit. I'm documenting everything, building a case. Marcus and Diane Williams watched this from their living room. The TV had switched to the broadcast automatically. Every smart device in the neighborhood tuned in, like it was an emergency broadcast. But this was Jennifer's emergency. Her racism was the disaster being announced. March 27th clip. Jennifer at her kitchen table with her laptop. The next door moderators removed my last 3 posts. Said I was being racially profiled. Can you believe that? I'm profiling criminals, not racists. It's not my fault that most crime is committed by certain people. I'm just being factual. The broadcast played all 47 incidents. But it didn't just play the Ring videos. It played Jennifer's commentary, her phone calls, her texts, her conversations with friends, every racist thing she'd said in private about her neighbors, about black people in general, about why she felt entitled to surveil and report people just living their lives. The neighborhood watched in real time as Jennifer's carefully maintained facade crumbled. She wasn't a concerned neighbor. She was a racist, using technology to harass black families. And now everyone knew it. Jennifer tried everything. Called Ring customer service. They had no record of a neighborhood truth feed feature and couldn't stop the broadcast. Threw her phone in a drawer. The broadcast continued through her laptop, her tablet, her smart TV. Disconnected her Wi-Fi. The broadcast used cellular data. Somehow, her entire digital footprint had been hijacked and was being used against her. By 3 p.m., the broadcast reached her workplace. Her boss called. Jennifer, I don't know what's happening with your home security system, but it's streaming to the office. Everyone can hear what you've been saying. We need to talk. By 5 p.m., it reached her family. Her mother called, crying. How could you say those things? That's not how I raised you. What's wrong with you? By 7 p.m., it reached the internet. Someone had screen recorded the broadcast and posted it to Twitter. It was going viral. Racist Karen's smart doorbell exposes her. Full playlist of racism caught on her own device. Jennifer sat in her dark house, curtains closed, watching her life implode in real time. The broadcast was on hour 7. It had moved past the racist commentary into her daily life. She showed every time she clutched her purse tighter when Marcus walked by, every time she locked her car doors when black neighbors passed, every microaggression captured by the very cameras she'd installed to watch them. At 8 p.m., her doorbell rang. Not the Ring, that was dead and removed. Her actual doorbell, old-fashioned. Ding dong! Jennifer looked through the peephole. Diane Williams stood on her porch, alone. looking tired, but resolved. Jennifer opened the door. "Did you do this? How did you do this?" Diane looked at her steadily. "I asked for the truth, that's all. Everything being broadcast is you. Your words, your actions, your racism. I didn't create any of it. I just made it impossible for you to hide it anymore." "Make it stop," Jennifer said. Not asked, demanded. "I can't," Diane said. "The truth runs its own course. It stops when it stops. But I can tell you how to make it stop faster." "How?" "Apologize, publicly, genuinely, to every person you reported, every family you harassed, delete every false post, and leave this neighborhood. Not because we're driving you out, but because you never belonged here. Not because of your race, because of your hate." Jennifer's jaw clenched. "I'm not apologizing for being cautious, for protecting my home." Diane nodded slowly. "Then it won't stop. The broadcast will continue until you genuinely understand what you did wrong. Could be days, it could be weeks, could be forever. That's between you and the truth." Diane walked away. Jennifer closed her door, sank to the floor. The broadcast was still going. Now it was showing the conversation that just happened, her refusal to apologize, her doubling down, her inability to admit she'd been wrong. At 11 p.m., Jennifer broke, opened her Facebook, went live. Tears were streaming down her face. "I'm sorry. I was wrong. I racially profiled my neighbors. I used my Ring doorbell as a weapon to harass black families. I made them feel unsafe in their own homes. I justified it as safety, but it was racism. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." She delivered all 47 posts, one by one. Each deletion felt like pulling out a piece of herself, the ugly parts she'd kept hidden. At midnight, the broadcast stopped. Every device went dark, returned to normal. The emergency was over. Jennifer Walsh moved out of Oakmont Terrace on November 15th. Sold her house at a loss. No one wanted to buy from the neighborhood's most famous racist. The Ring doorbell stayed with the house. New owners installed it. Works perfectly normal. No mysterious broadcast. Turns out the doorbell was fine all along. It was the user who was broken. The neighborhood changed after Halloween. More conversations about surveillance and racial profiling. More awareness about how technology enables discrimination. Some white residents who'd supported Jennifer quietly moved away, afraid their own devices might expose them next. Others stayed and did the work of being better neighbors. Marcus and Diane Williams still live there. Their grandchildren still play on the sidewalk. Nobody reports them anymore. Not because Jennifer's gone, but because the whole neighborhood learned what happens when your own technology turns against you. When your security system decides you're the threat it needs to protect people from. The broadcast lives online forever. Ring doorbell receipts became a phenomenon. A warning, a reminder. Your devices see everything. And sometimes, when you misuse them badly enough, they'll tell everyone what they've seen. Not through hacking, not through a malfunction, but through something older than technology. Something that believes truth should never stay hidden, especially when it's being used to hurt innocent people. Subscribe if you believe your own technology should hold you accountable.